and this one is tough. Apparently, 4Extra, the guy from No Jumper, apparently he's been hurt. I had a whole different story. I was gonna kick about 4Extra, but I don't know about that because this seems to be very important. Let's get to it. Ping. They saying that 4Extra apparently got hurt. I don't know how true that is. I have not got no clarity on it. I haven't even seen the video, but I found what it seems to be a video of 1090 Jake. I mean 1090 Jake. Ping 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 of No Jumper apparently talking about that situation, bro. Word. That's crazy. So I'm gonna check this out right here, bro. You guys could tune in with me, or you could break out. You could go throw your fireworks. You heard ping, ping, pop. Let's get to it. Oh, snap. Let me see something. Oh, my God. Oh. FBI, open up. Yo, chill out, bro. Jesus. Did I forget how to do this? No, I didn't, right? Yeah, I did. Holy snap. All right. So, let's check this guy out. Thanks a lot for hitting subscribe, telling a friend to tell a friend, come again. Ping pong. Yo, let's see this dude. He got hurt on the 4th of July. He looks like he's bleeding. That's blood on his sweater and all that. Oh, my God.
You guys already seen this image going around, and I figured I might as well just hop on here and give you guys some context. So basically, 4Extra, 4th of July, is hanging out with a bunch of his friends in front of like a shopping center where they're all hanging out. There's like a short that.
Why are you hanging out with your... Nah, you gotta hang out with your friends. But he got a bracelet. He's like on some work release. He's on something, you heard? I don't know how they do out there. It's kind of weird. But he got an ankle bracelet and all that. Everybody don't get. We don't get them ankle bracelets in New York City. Facts. I ain't never get it.
Posted yesterday him doing some high kick thing, and he basically had a handful of fireworks, and he was about to let one off. Didn't actually get out of his hand. Apparently those fuses burn a lot faster than you would think, and yeah, it blew his hand off. And there's more bad news, which is that the true extent of his injuries, I don't think has really 100% been revealed yet. I'm not really at liberty to say exactly what, but definitely there's more to come in terms of like all the stuff that has happened to him as a result of this. But also, I'm not sure 100% who the friend was, but he was with one of his friends, and his friend allegedly like blew half his face off, which I haven't seen any evidence of this or whatever, but yeah, that's all we know right now. He's in surgery right now, off pain meds for like the first time in his entire life. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, but that's all we know right now. So,
yo, bro, not for nothing. Yo, Adam, you look like you tight, like you about to cry, like, yo, my man got hurt. You heard? My baby. Stop playing, boy. You heard? Yo, but I get it, right? Somebody somebody that does I don't know if Adam, I don't think Adam is a bad dude where he's not getting along with his people. Like, if you're not his boy, I think us as black, brown, whatever you want to call it, I think they go up there and try to bully the situation, and then Adam finds a way to get them out of there. I tell you one thing, Whack 100, the day he hired Whack, I said, okay, we ready to see Whack around Adam until Adam dies. Because, homie, the only way you getting rid of Whack is if Whack is getting mad money somewhere else or something like that. He's not just going to fire Whack 100. Facts. Because your little your hair right there, your whole beard is gonna be in the back of your neck. Facts. I mean, I guess he feels that way because respectfully, they all shook of Whack 100. You get it? When Whack 100 is the softest dude out of all of them, probably, right? I don't know. You know more than me. What do I know, right? But they all soft. But at the end of the day, Whack 100 is going to give him a hard time. I don't even think he'll even look at Whack like, let me get rid of him. I don't even think he'll do that. But let's get to this what's popping in Brooklyn and all that. Let's see what's up. You tuned in to On The Lockout. Always with the cock out. You already know what it is. Pop. Damn.
It's gotten millions of views on TikTok. Christy Kalishian heard from the victim's family and witnesses. And a warning to our viewers, this video may be disturbing to some.
What?
She was assaulted on a J-train platform at the Norwood Avenue station. The incident was caught on video and has since gotten millions of views on TikTok. Christy Kalishian heard from the victim's family and witnesses. And a warning to our viewers, this video may be disturbing to some.
I had no other choice but to interfere to see what the situation was.
Rondell Whitfield was on his way to church Sunday morning when he says he witnessed this, captured by a witness and posted on TikTok. You can hear a 20-year-old woman screaming as police say a man in white is seen grabbing her. Witnesses around.
Oh, they lucky I wasn't there, man. Facts. That's Norwood Avenue. I'll be passing through there. That's the J train, if I'm not mistaken. I would have popped out and let off 2 hot ones in them, bro. But look, there's always somebody with recording. You get it? So, but I'll be pop. You know me. You heard? Pop. I would have let he off. What up, man? Pop. I don't know. I just bugging her. I don't know if she's wrong or what. Sometimes women could get it too. You heard? She probably slapped him. He put her in the finger 4 leg lock. Why, you just supposed to let her hit you? I'm going to let her hit me. She's a woman. Yeah, you're a jerk. Facts. Hit me, boy. I don't give a fuck who you are. Facts. I'm ripping your head off.
You can hear a 20-year-old woman screaming as police say a man in white.
Oh, he's wilding, though. You don't do that. You just don't hit women like that. But he's not really doing. He's holding her. And she's screaming for what I see right now. You guys see it too, right? They right there. The dude with the white suit, he seems like he's holding her.
Is seen grabbing her. Witnesses around yelling at the man to let her go.
I said,
oh, yeah, but he should have let her go. If people are saying let her go, if she's saying let me go and there's dudes around you, just let her go. But he don't want to let her go because she probably got the keys to the house, you heard? And she got the benefit card. She got the coupon card, you heard? He's like, yo, they fighting for benefits, you heard? Like, yo, give my coupones, bro. Ah, no, I need milk. Give me my benefits. Yo, what the fuck?
please, just let the lady go. You know what I'm saying? Let the lady go. He's like, no, he just started being real barbaric. Like,
and you punched him in his face, right? Black on black crime. Yeah. Yo, let's see what happens, though. I'll be on these blocks. Facts. All the time. You can catch me right there, boy. I got shot up right there. Norwood, I got shot right in Norwood. Facts. I mean, they let off like 20-something shots, bro. Facts. In motorcycles, they rolled up. I said that story, bro. I said it in one of my videos, bro. I ain't gonna say it again now, but they pulled up on the bikes. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I was alone, but right before that, I was with somebody. And I let him go. Boom, right? And I wasn't gonna, when I boated, I wasn't gonna run like towards his house or bring the heat to the crib or nothing. But I took flight after they let off, missed, and then I see more bikes. Vroom, 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 vroom. I said, oh shit, I gotta bounce. Son tried to grab my phone. Word, I rocked him. But I hit him, ping. I took flight. I know Brooklyn like the back of my hand. They were young. I'm old school, bro. I was running through places they didn't even know there was a in and out. I promise you. Word.
I never seen nothing like that in my life.
Police say she managed to escape his grip as at least 5 people, including
Look at all those people there. Nobody got them up off her, bro. But those trains there, you see how the trains are? It's nothing holding you. You heard a train could be coming, wah, and he throw you right in the track. It's over for you. And as a matter of fact, there, you're going to fall down. You're going to hit the concrete. Ping. If there's an opening, right there, boom, you flying down. After that right there, if you fall, ping, and there's no piece of wood there, you going straight down, boy. Facts. If you look where the train's coming, you can see the street. You're gonna be twisted. Facts. I go through there all the time. I love that neighborhood. Facts. Word. I should go right now. I love it.
In Whitfield held him down. They stayed with the man who police identified.
Oh shit, they thumping. I seen his head bounce. Yo, look at his head. Somebody knocked him. Look right here. Let me get the cursor on this thing. Oh my God, B. Hold on. And how we went from no jumper to this shit. But no jumper wasn't really saying nothing, man. Fuck it. I do what I want. It's my channel. Facts. I'm bugging out. It's mine. It's my channel. Let's check this out. Look, right here. You see, follow the cursor. Can you see the cursor? Look, he got this white on. Pop. I'm going to press. Ping.
Man who police identify as 42-year-old Frederick Marshall of Queens, charged with 2 counts.
Oh, 2 counts of third-degree criminal possession of a weapon. Oh, he had a blicky? Third-degree assault, second-degree assault. Now you're going to be separated from your shorty. Pop, he's still going to go around her because he thinks he's gangster like that, and he's super old, right? You know how you older dudes be acting, you heard? Facts. But, Pop, they're going to smash you, bro.
Of third-degree criminal possession of a weapon, third-degree assault, and second-degree harassment. The woman's mother, who doesn't want to be identified, was able to rush over and says he didn't resist officers when he was later arrested.
She was just saying, Mom, he's trying to take me.
I told you I was the J train. I know the hood. Facts. I get off right there. Pop, all the time. Facts. I stay on them trains. I love that section right there, boy. Facts. I'll take that all the way to Broadway Junction. Pop, get off, get on the L, ping, get off on Knickerbocker or Star Street. Pop, walk up the block, Knickerbocker and Troutman. We in the building. Go to my sister's crib. Go. That block used to be jumping. I used to hustle through all that. Facts. If you don't know them blocks, then you just don't know. But it's Knickerbocker. Facts. I used to live there. Hustle there. Everything there. I lived in every borough, by the way. But this nigga here is lonely, bro. You need to start a TikTok or something. Yo, you get that shirt is from TikTok, bro? Yo, niggas is colorful outside. What's up? You need a haircut, Poppy.
He's trying to take me, and I'm like trying to run to her as fast as I can. But when I...
Oh, she sounds Spanish.
As I can. But when I got to the train station, the MTA clerk had her in the booth safe.
The witness who took the video, which now has at least 5 million views on TikTok, only going by Juan, tells us in Spanish. There are still people with a good heart who help those in need. You can't watch and do nothing. It could have been my mother, my sister. Police say the 20-year-old complained of shoulder pain and suffered minor injuries to her stomach and arms. Her mom says she's traumatized, but that she's since been able to go back to work. For now, she expresses her gratitude.
I'm very grateful for those that were there helping my daughter. I am so grateful because it wasn't for you guys.
But hold on. She was being like, he was trying to rape her or what? Or they was together. It was a fight, right? Subway platform assault caught on video. Hold up. That's a man? Or cause this dude was just wilding. I don't get it. I think we're going to have to come back and replay this thing right here because I don't get that. I really don't get that. Is that her husband? Her man? I don't know, bro. That's crazy. But yo, you know what's crazy? This shit right here is crazy. Look at this dude. You need to pay attention to this guy.
Back to Venezuela.
States, they can, quote, invade empty homes.
A.K.A. Leonel Moreno.
In his most recent controversial TikTok video, Moreno is telling his followers to avoid living on the streets in the United States. They can, quote, invade empty homes and live there, saying under U.S. law, if a house is uninhabited, it can be seized, referring to squatting rights in our country. That video garnered almost 4 million views.
Well, that guy has now been officially deported back to Venezuela.
Holy shit! Yo, what the fuck?
So the man you see on screen is Leonel Moreno. He is a Venezuelan migrant. Now, Moreno entered the United States on April 23, 2022, claiming he needed asylum from the country of Venezuela. Now, Moreno was not deported back to Venezuela, but allowed to stay in the United States. Now, after crossing the United States, Moreno and his wife went into Canada. Now, when Moreno and his family got to Canada, Canada didn't provide them with hotels or asylum support like they do in places like New York, where they give you credit cards and free hotel stays.
Here's something we followed a lot. Cash grab for migrants. New York City officials dramatically expanding a...
Nah, bro. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. Max. You gotta chill.
Controversial program, which would give another round of prepaid debit cards to 7,300 migrants over the next 6 months, costing the city upwards of $2.6 million. Now, the program previously gave these cards to 3,000 migrants.
Yeah, so Moreno's like, Canada is not looking out for us like they are in the U.S. Hell, they've just given out money down there. So he brought his family to the United States from Canada. Imagine that. Canada wasn't good enough for Moreno. He wanted to get back to the US of A. So Moreno and his wife came back. In their interview with Immigration and Customs Enforcement Service, they said that they had crossed over into 12 different countries before reaching the United States. Now, after being released into the United States, Moreno was enrolled in ICE's Alternative to Detention program. Now, this requires him to report to the Enforcement and Removal Operations Office within 60 days of arriving, and then he would have to get a hearing about his asylum claim. Now, Moreno, however, disappeared and never showed up to any of the hearings or any of the appointments. So he was deemed an illegal immigrant. Now,
ChatGPT, can I make money online with $0?
Yes, you.
Moreno gained a huge following on TikTok and Instagram and encouraged migrants to start doing some crazy things, like invade people's homes. He said that you can squat in abandoned homes and take them over. You don't have to live on the streets, and it's America. So Americans are too stupid to do anything about it.
An influencer on TikTok appears to be trying to put others on game on how to take over U.S. homes and use squatters' rights. Leonel Moreno, who appears to be a Venezuelan migrant, posted a video to the platform telling followers in Spanish, if a house is not inhabited, no one's living there, we can seize it. How much weight does this claim hold?
Now, because we're Americans, and because even if you come here illegally, we don't want you to starve on the street with your family, the government gives you benefits. They'll give you food stamps. They'll give you some money for housing. They'll give you welfare benefits. And Moreno enjoyed all of those benefits. Matter of fact, he made videos flaunting all the benefit he gets from the federal government as an illegal migrant.
Moreno regularly shares on social media how he scams the system to receive money from the federal government, food stamps, and shows his social security card in posts that we've reviewed. He claims that his wife and daughter receive $350 a month from the federal government, and often flaunts the food and aid that they receive through the funding from these federal programs.
Now, as you can see, Moreno is living the good life on American taxpayer dime. And we haven't even talked about the money he's making off TikTok. He was making so much money, he decided to show people how stupid the American system is. He can make thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars on social media and still get welfare benefits and throw it in everyone's face because we, as Americans, are reportedly stupid.
Es que yo facture más que ustedes sin necesidad de andar como esclavos. ¿Capichi? Esa es la diferencia tuya y mía. Que yo siempre voy a hacer dinero sin mucho trabajo.
Then even after that, Moreno started flexing his Second Amendment rights because he was in the U.S. Now, here is where things fell apart. See,
yo, son was going hard barking horse, man. Moreno
isn't a citizen.
Yo, you see, look at the way he looks now, right? Look where when they dropped him off and take him back to his country. Look at the way he looks then.
And unfortunately for him, he doesn't have Second Amendment rights. See, remember how earlier I told you how when Moreno came into the country, they gave him 60 days to check in and he didn't check in. So now essentially he was illegally here and on the run. Now, for those of you who love the Second Amendment, you know that there are two groups of people who cannot own firearms or even possess firearms in the United States. Those are illegal immigrants and felons.
Mi gente, como ciudadano americano, puedo obtener un arma. Capichi. Y bueno, he estado pendiente de comprarme un R15 o una glotona. Capichi. Miren los precios, papi, de esta belleza.
That's a kid like that, right? He won't know what he's doing with that blicky in New York or wherever he was living at. And he'll let off on somebody and he'll kill somebody, or a few people will get killed, innocent people and all that, because a clown like him, he want to buy blickies and all that. And you could tell he a loose cannon. He's not wildin', but if he buys a blicky, anybody, right? But for the stupidest thing, he'll get into an argument and he'll blow a dude's brain off. Or for simple argument, he's looking for a reason to use that gun. Facts. They probably saved a few lives with deporting his ass.
$700, $600, $800, y $500. Miren esta preciosura, muchachos. Les recuerdo que en Estados Unidos tienes que andar armado por tu seguridad. Como les seguía diciendo, solamente nosotros los ciudadanos americanos podemos portar armas en Estados Unidos con licencia y con prevención. Les voy a mostrar este tipo de armas que son las glotonas. Pero miren lo que tengo por aquí. Las armas largas. Las puedes obtener en una tienda normal como esto ahorita. Ya me dieron mi propaganda y miren.
Shut up.
And on top of that, Moreno was on parole because he never checked in with ICE. So they were after him. Now, the United States has what's known as the Gun Control Act, which prohibits people on parole, like Moreno, from possessing, shipping, transporting, or even receiving firearms or ammunition. So all these pictures of Moreno possessing firearms and ammunition didn't go down real well with the feds. So it seems like an open and shut case for the feds. We got someone...
you seen him? That was him.
Who's here illegally, continuously breaking laws. Let's just put a warrant out for his arrest and deport him. So
look at the way he looks now. Look at his hair. Bro, he looks like a fuck. What the fuck? You look like a chump. Like, I guess, New York City or wherever your vibe is at, you throw on your little hat, your gear. You get it? But you can never mistake nobody. You get it? Because that Indian-looking dude right there will be the biggest gangster you ever met. You get it? So I'm not one to fall into people like, oh, son seem like he, just because you talk like, yo, what up, what's popping and all that. I don't think you're a gangster, homie, at all. Facts. I got a good judge of character. From the muscle, I tell niggas, son is pussy. I don't want him around me, bro. And then you find out the weirdest shit. Son is pussy. Facts. And I'll be like, I told y'all niggas, bro. That nigga's a bird. Facts. On my mother. You can see a humble dude, clean, dressed like a bird, and he's the biggest gangster. Facts. We got a misconception. You see a big dude or whatever, or you probably, I don't know if you scared of blacks, whites, but you see a big black Jamaican nigga, you scared. I'll smack the fire out of nigga, anybody that violate me. You crazy? That shit never worked with me. I don't fear nobody. I can see the biggest Puerto Rican, the biggest black dude, it don't matter, boy. You gonna get it. Just like everybody else, bro. Facts. I dislike niggas like that. Like, dude, see somebody and you scared. Nigga, what? Picture me being scared of a man, nigga. You bugging, bro. I hate men. I see a dude, bro, ask anybody, bro. I take the train, in the car, wherever. I'm looking everywhere I go. Like, what up? I'm telling it, nigga ain't gotta say nothing to me. I'm outside still at this age saying, what up, homie? Like, what's popping? Like, facts, bro. I don't play with nobody. And I live in New York City, Brooklyn. Facts. You can ask anybody. My dudes don't even want to go outside with me. They're like, nah, this nigga's wild. One time, rest in peace, my nigga Aloe, I ain't seen him in years. He pulled up on me and wifey. Boom. He told my girl, yo, this nigga is super wild. I thought he would change. My girl was like, I don't know. Facts. We went to the train. I got into a pop-off pool real quick. I was like, yo, hold this, Aloe. You crazy? What up, son? Facts. But Aloe was, you know, I ain't gonna lie. He passed away, not to talk shit or nothing. He my dude. I love him. But Aloe was kind of sicky of the dude, you heard? Big Jamaican brother. I was like, what up, son? I'll fucking pop the shit out you, bro. Shut the fuck up. I make son feel stupid. And then I left him alone because I would have been bullying him, you heard? Facts. But I don't let nobody play me, son. I don't give a fuck what you are. You could be purple, pink, black as black. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm going to pop your top. Facts. We're going to get it popping. Facts. Everybody know that. Everybody that know me, know that. Facts. And if you don't know me, the minute you see me, you going to feel that. Facts. I promise you, bro. I don't play with nobody, bro. With nobody, I don't play, bro. Facts.
Oh, that's what the feds did, and Moreno didn't like that too much. Matter of fact.
But if you're a nice person and you're a good dude, I'll treat you, I'll give you anything I can. You get it? But look at this dude, bro, with the boogers in his nose. What the fuck he put in his nose? Dirt? He's trying to make people feel sorry for him now. They took his accounts, his TikTok, all that where he was getting all his money from, right?
He went on Instagram and started begging for mercy.
Estoy en peligro de muerte en United States. Necesito protección en Estados Unidos.
What?
Me está persiguiendo.
Who?
Me han bloqueado mi cuenta parece de secciones abiertas en Nueva York. Y yo no estoy en Nueva York.
Where are you?
Mi gente, necesito que estén pendientes de lo que está pasando.
Cómete un bicho.
Porque mi familia corre peligro. Corre mucho peligro, muchacho.
Mamá de un bicho. Mamá de un bicho. Yo, I ain't gonna front, son. This nigga's a snake. He's conning niggas through here, you heard? You can't con. I would never send this nigga not even a penny, nigga. Facts. I wouldn't even send you a half a penny, nigga. Facts. That nigga's a derelict, bro. Not even because he's crying like that, because that's nothing, but he's got game. He felt it. Oh, you want to play with the United States? They seen him playing with all the money. He was playing them, going to the banks, getting money on. Pop! Close the account, nigga. They closed all his accounts. He was monetized. The nigga crying, bro. Bro, just make it pop. I just opened an account and just hit 1,020-something subscribers. Facts. Even all my channels got 1,000-something. I make it to where I want to make it. All I gotta do is go live there. You get it? But these niggas, I gotta stop because I know how to make content. I know what to put and all that. So I get it. But damn, bro, people are stupid. I hate to say it, bro. Some of us are dumber than others, bro. But they closed all his accounts. Bro, if they close all my accounts and not let me get $1, I'm not gonna be like, yo, amigo. Nigga, I don't even... Anyway, bro. Trust me, bro. Trust me. And I got over 15 streams of income right now. And even if they take all that from me, homie, I'm good. Facts. These niggas is crazy, bro. That's what happens when you just... Well, he should have known that could have... Well, he probably didn't think that could happen to him because TikTok, whatever the fuck he was getting his money from on the net, don't matter what part of the country you're in, you're still gonna get it, right? So I guess they just deaded him, Pop. He's saying they hacked it. Nah, they didn't hack it. The police shut that shit down.
Me borraron la cuenta de TikTok y la otra también.
He said they erased his TikTok account and the other ones too. And then he crying. That's crazy. You crying, bro? Well, when them niggas were born, the internet is what was out. Yo, whoever's my age, we lucky, nigga. We caught the internet. You get it? Like, if you were still moving, like I was moving, you caught the internet. You get it? And you had a chance to rock. Now, try to rock. Try to rock now. If you didn't do it, and you don't know nobody, that their platform is already lit, they got thousands of subs, try to open one and see if you kick off. You're not. You know why? Because y'all gave celebrities too much airspace and saying and watching all their content when a celebrity that was already famous, nigga, you let him come to the internet. This is the celebrities' new radio. Facts.
He recibido muchas amenazas de gente poderosa, muchacho.
He said he received death threats from a lot of real powerful people. He lying, bro. He's super lying. He don't know no powerful people. Facts. They don't even know him.
Muchacho, ayuda, por favor. Mi familia está en peligro. Muchacho, por favor, ayúdenme. Es increíble, muchacho, pero sí. Hay gente detrás buscándome y quiere hacerme daño y a mi familia.
Now, this is where things get complicated. See,
yeah, that nigga, bro. Damn, bro. You fucking a fucking stunner. Yo, if I was following him, I would never, bro. Anyway, bro. That's why I'm going to keep it stacked. Niggas that follow me, no, bro. Right? People that follow me, I'm grateful and all that, right? But I don't follow nobody. I don't follow nobody. I never did. Facts. And niggas know. I let everybody know, nigga. You follow me because you want to. I don't follow nobody. I never did, bro. I followed Quincano, like people that I know. You get it? And it'd be like, if I had Instagrams before, I had thousands of people following me. I was following one person, nigga. Facts. Right now, on whatever little Instagrams I got, I don't use them because I be posting mad shit on Instagram. I use it because I hit my peoples up on the ping ping, on the message shit. I don't follow nobody on none of them shits. I got 4 Instagrams. You crazy for what, nigga? Like, people follow me, right? And if you expect a follow back, for why, nigga? You don't even make content. For why I'm gonna follow you for? It don't make sense. Facts. I'm gonna waste my time following a fucking, get the fuck out of here. Eat a dick. And then niggas will kill you with this shit. Like some of my loyal supporters that I got love for, I used to follow, boom. I even unfollow them niggas, bro. Facts, get the fuck out of here. And I don't care. I got 100 and something subs this week in 2 days on this channel. Facts, every month I get hundreds of subs and I don't even try. Sometimes I don't even post. And I have a lot of channels. Facts. So I've gotten hundreds. 5 people leave, 100 come in. Facts. I don't follow nobody, nigga. Fuck that. For why? You don't even make content. You get it? Like, the fuck out of here. And even if you did, it's never been my thing. I'm not a follower, bro. Facts. I don't follow nobody. Facts. I don't give a fuck how anybody take it. Word.
Moreno was scheduled to be deported under President Joe Biden, but there was a problem. See, Venezuela stopped accepting any deportees from the United States, even if you came through Mexico, for instance. So even though Moreno had done all these horrible things, they couldn't deport him to Venezuela because Venezuela wasn't taking anybody back. Then President Biden goes out, Trump comes in, and Venezuela had a change of heart.
We move on now to the immigration crackdown. Venezuela is set to...
Oh, shit. What the fuck? Too much of this shit. Let's get back. What happened with this dude? Oh, shit. People would look at that and be like, man, that's a lot of drugs, bro. That's little kid drugs, bro. Word. But them pounds right there, I used to carry them shits all day in a book bag. Facts. I got videos, even here, with the back of the trunk of the car open with my hand in it. You can see all the pounds sticking out. I posted it here on the live streams, I think it is. Facts. I don't give a fuck. Look at, they posting weed in stores now. I had weed when they'll raid your shit and they'll send you up north. But for the weed I had, the amount I had pounds like that. Straight up in the book bag in the back of the trunk. I threw it that day. And I recorded and I posted on here. Facts. But nowadays, people think that weed is like legal. It's legal, but it's not legal, bro. You bugging. Bro, you think these dudes take so much time making all those drawings and characters? You spend more money making that shit than you are on fucking weed. But that shit don't be weed. That shit be that stupid, disgusting shit, bro.
Look right there, that's weed actually just put inside the red box.
Oh, they're on yours. They're on yours.
Look at the bubble gum and all that.
This zip tie style clip is a total game changer for anyone working on car repairs. It's
You fucking up the weed flow, bro. Come on.
I can't. Everything I do is like
Somebody going to jail, bro. Damn, bro, where was that place, bro? I would have stuck them up. I'll kill them, bro.
2 minutes. They're gonna start the press conference in 2 minutes.
After this, we're gonna go down and do it, and kind of have
You know, some of them cops got packs on them. They took it from there. Look at these out of shape motherfuckers, bro. Y'all look like bums, bro. Yo, do you know that to be a cop, you gotta be able to run? You can't be that fat, bro. How every cop is fat, bro? I don't get that. How did you even pass the test? You must have paid somebody, bro. You're fat. Every cop is like fucking fat. You guys are fucking waste. You must be disgusting. You take your clothes off, bro. My God. Look, bro, tell me where you find a skinny cop. These dudes are fat. Hi, Bert.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna see you outside.
It's open, so you have to take it.
Okay. Sheila, ready?
Oh, they're gonna announce we got some good cookies for sale. Yeah. She's like, damn, bro, I need some of them snacks. Look at the way he's holding them shits. Yo, they found toys. Those are fucking toys. Those are fucking like, bro, these things is crazy, bro.
Ready, everybody? How are you? All right, good evening. My name is Kaz Daughtry. I'm the Deputy Mayor for Public Safety. And I am in the Bronx with Sheriff Anthony Miranda and members of his team, as well as the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson. Sheriff Miranda and members of his teams who just shut down an illegal cannabis business operating out of an apartment building behind me. Operating an illegal cannabis building out of an apartment behind me. This was a large-scale operation selling their product out of this residence, right next to families that are living here. They were treating this location like a warehouse.
Right next to families, like it was a big deal. I know a building you could go into, you find crack all over the building, nigga. Right next to there. Facts. Come on, stop it, bro. They trying to, it's crazy.
House. And delivering illegal products throughout New York City and even across state lines. Before I turn it over to Sheriff...
Well, that's the mayor. That's the president. Leave it up to the laws, bro. You heard? Hey, cannabis, baby.
Anthony Miranda to give more details about this investigation. I want to highlight one more concerning product that was found inside of this location. These individuals were selling 4th of July branded boxes containing illegal fireworks with an 1/8 of marijuana inside of it. Boxes of these inside of this apartment building. And God forbid if one of these things went off, we're losing a ton of people and a ton of apartments inside of this building. Think about how dangerous that is. Not only were they storing explosives inside of this apartment, they were effectively encouraging people to set off fireworks while under the influence of drugs. Absolutely unacceptable, but I want to thank the excellent work of the Sheriff's Office, and I want to thank the excellent work of our District Attorney here in the Bronx, Darcel Clark. This operation has this business behind me. This operation is closed permanently. And this is what this administration is about. This is what the Adams administration public safety teams look like. Shutting down businesses, and I'm saying we're businesses because they were making money. And when you guys go upstairs to see, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars located inside of the microwave inside of this apartment building. I'm going to turn it over to Sheriff Miranda, and he's going to give some details about the investigation.
Just wanted to share 2 additional products. Again, this is part of an operation of the Joint Compliance Task Force Padlock to Protect operation that's authorized by the Mayor of New York City to ensure that we are fighting the illegal sale of cannabis on the street. This investigation began as a result of the inspections that we were doing in the 5 counties. These products that we uncovered here were being distributed throughout the 5 boroughs, 5 counties, and we recovered these products in those different locations. As a result of Padlock to Protect, we started observations.
Damn, my nigga, you talk fast as fuck, bro. You took some cocaine from them or something?
Been going on since April, and we began doing this investigation. Now, this is an ongoing investigation, so it doesn't just stop here. We are going to be doing financial investigations against all the people that are involved here. We made 3 arrests as a result of this. We recovered hundreds of pounds of cannabis upstairs and illegal products. But again, this packaging goes back to what we spoke about, the danger. They're not packaging this for adults. This is what's being distributed and why the young children in our communities are being affected by it. We cannot allow this to happen. There's a health danger, and there's serious consequences when you're selling to minors, and this is an indication this is not adult product. Again, so it was part of a joint investigation working with Padlock to Protect, working with the New York City Police Department, Department of Consumer Worker Protection.
I had homegirl right here. She's looking at it, nodding her head like, yeah. She looked at the pack like, yeah, my son don't like that. Yeah. She's taking a few of those home, homegirl.
Working with the district attorney's office was very helpful in this investigation, and the other city agencies that participated today. So we're grateful, and we're grateful for the community because we added here, in addition to the information that we gathered, the community complaints are what helps us in these investigations. So if you're watching this and you're in the community, we're hearing you and we're paying attention to you. This is happening right in our neighbors. These are happening in our buildings and near our schools. You know about it. Please make sure you share that information so we can do the proper investigations. Thank you.
Hell no.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you very much. Just one more thing before I take questions. They have prescription bags, hundreds of prescription bags inside of the apartment, along with prescription bottles. Put the bottle inside of the bag. It's deviating, and when they get stopped by law enforcement, automatically they're going to think that they got this from a prescription. This is a prescription that they have inside of this bag. So we're going to open it up to questions right now. If anybody has any questions, Sheila, you ready? Yeah. Yep, and the sheriff is going to go into the details, but they had games like Operation Sorry that are just geared towards our young adolescents. And I think, thank God for the mayor when he went to Albany to champion to get the Padlock to Protect operation program going, so we can have the ability to shut these illegal cannabis shops down, these illegal smoke shops. Now what they're doing is, because the sheriff and the NYPD's task force are shutting down these smoke shops, now they have moved into apartments. That's why we need New Yorkers to call. I spoke to a resident in one of the buildings here, and she said, "Sir, I have called."
The practice you are about to learn is almost never described publicly.
311 so many times because the smell that was coming out of that apartment, it seemed like that she was smoking marijuana inside of her apartment and also her neighbor's apartment as well. We knew that there was an active investigation here. We were on it. They had an elaborate operation in which they were running out of this building, and the sheriff, we just talk about how all the cars will line up in the morning and the afternoon, and they will come down and hit them off. Like, just want to talk about that, please, and also talk about the products inside of there as well.
The blatancy of the distribution. This is a packaging and distribution location that, again, all 5 counties and outside of New York City as well. But on any given day, you can pull up here, and there will be cars pulling up here, and they would come down and deliver the packages to the cars. And this was going on, and the neighbors in the neighborhood knew about it as well, and they were complaining about it. But they weren't hiding. They were out here doing this and making a menace to this community. Look around you. There are schools. There are kids running around here. This is a menace to the community that was going on here, and we're so glad that we had the cooperation of all the different agencies and the people involved here to be able to close this location down. But again, the investigation will continue. The inspections began, the brick and mortar inspections that we do on a regular basis begin as a result of community complaints. The intelligence from the police department and the officers that are working in the communities getting us the information as well, and the elected officials that provide complaints to us. So this started from the Padlock to Protect investigations. This is one apartment. No, there's one apartment at this location that has the packaging and distribution.
You mentioned 3 arrests. Were these individuals living inside the apartment too, or working inside this apartment?
There doesn't appear that anybody was living there. They were mostly using it as a distribution and packaging hub. This guy is an apartment. They were using it as a business.
Any details of those people arrested? Like who they are, they have been arrested?
There was quite a bit of history behind the individuals in the investigation, but the investigation is still ongoing.
In terms of money, how much money are we talking about involved in the
They say they're paying at least $5,000 in rent, and they were paying that with no problem. But any given day, they're selling one of these laundry bags. We're going for about $2,500 per bag they were giving away, right? So they're making a great deal of money through this one location by itself. But again, this is an investigation. Like I said, they are not only distributing in New York City, they are distributing beyond the borders of New York City as well. So we'll be working with other agencies and other states for the investigation.
Wait, with the one more thing. Answer your question. I'm sorry. God for the mayor when he went to Albany to champion to get the Padlock to Protect operation program going, so so we can have the ability to shut these illegal cannabis, as well as the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson. Sheriff Miranda and members of his team to shut down an illegal cannabis business operating out of an apartment building. Behind you. Operating an illegal cannabis building out of an apartment behind you. This was a large-scale operation selling their product out of his residence. Right next to families that are living here. They were treating this location like a warehouse and delivering illegal products throughout New York City and even across state lines. Before I turn it over to Sheriff Anthony Miranda to give more details about this investigation, I want to highlight one more concerning product that was found inside of this location. These individuals were selling 4th of July branded boxes containing illegal fireworks with an 1/8 of marijuana inside. Our district attorney here in the Bronx, Darcel Clark, this operation has this business behind me. This operation is closed, permanent. And this is what this administration is about. This is what the Adams administration public safety team looked like. Shutting down businesses, and I'm saying we're businesses because they were making money. And when you guys go upstairs to see, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars located inside of the micro inside of this apartment. I'm going to turn it over to Sheriff Miranda, and he's going to give some details about the investigation.
Miranda, yo soy el alguacil de Nueva York. Estamos aquí hoy cerrando un local que estaba vendiendo marihuana.
Ah, come on, man.
Whoever didn't get to go upstairs, in this particular location, what they're doing is they have different marketing campaigns.
You just started banging it.
So when you get a chance to look at the other things that we're going to show you upstairs, you'll see that each one is geared toward a campaign. Most recently, they had the fireworks campaign where they were distributing as a result of fireworks. They had another one that had to do with Victoria's Secret. They had another one with Louis Vuitton. So they are targeted marketing and bringing in packaging. So you'll get to see all the different marketing campaigns that they distributed. And again, it was a free flow of stuff that was coming in and stuff that was coming out of this apartment. But it's clearly, again, when you look around, you've been here for about 5 or 10 minutes, you see the amount of children and people that are just in this area alone. This is something that we're paying attention to, and we're going to protect the communities and do what's necessary. This was the mandate of the Eric Adams administration, and we are following through.
Yep, and then lastly, I'll just close with, so the sheriff and his team interrupted a huge party that was planned where they were going to be giving out these fireworks to our young New Yorkers. Not going to happen under this administration. To anyone in this city that thinks they're going to open up an illegal apartment, shop, wherever you at in the city, this administration will find you, we will shut you down, and we will bring you to justice. Thank you.
Let's take this. En español.
No, papi. You bugging out.
Suddenly, he smelled danger. Gerald Hyde II, who was just convicted of drug possession at the Benton County Justice Center in Washington State. Hyde was led down the holding cell with other convicts before being taken to prison. But Hyde had other ideas. As an officer turned his back to him, Hyde slipped out and snuck back into the courtroom. He then removed his prison shirt and used it to hide the handcuffs. Hyde then made it down the hallway, ditching his noticeable prison shoes in the process, before exiting through the lobby and making a run for it out onto the streets. But Hyde's freedom didn't last long. He was recaptured 2 hours after his escape. The 24-year-old was later convicted of second-degree escape and sentenced to 2 years and 2 months in prison. While Gerald Hyde had a nifty attempt to escape justice, what happens when a convict is so fast, even the camera can't keep up?
Oh, come on.
Like in the case of Rayton Woodford, who's in Jefferson County Circuit Court for violating his probation. According to reports, the 29-year-old was previously sentenced to probation for drugs and weapon-related charges. Now, in court, Woodford's girlfriend sat just a few feet away showing support. During the hearing, a detective took the stand.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be true?
That evening, he was charged with a handgun and narcotics.
And if you know, was Mr. Woodford at the time a convicted felon?
Yes, he was.
The courtroom camera remained locked on the witness stand as Judge Barry Willett announced his decision.
Probation revoked in its entirety. Mr. Woodford, I'm going to send you to serve 5 years. Good luck to you. No, ma'am.
Moments later, the unthinkable happened.
Come on. Lock the door back up.
There was a flash across the camera as Woodford attempted to make a break for it. His girlfriend could be heard pleading him to stop.
The record will reflect that Mr. Woodford made an unsuccessful effort to escape.
Woodford's escape was unsuccessful. He was brought back into the courtroom by deputies and arrested. As Woodford was being ushered away, his girlfriend claimed she was pushed and her hair was pulled by a deputy during the scuffle. Judge Willett allowed her to address the court.
I didn't do anything wrong, and he didn't have to put his hands on me, period.
Okay, I've heard you.
But when she started throwing accusations at the judge himself, he lost his patience.
But you condone that, right?
I'm not condoning any. No, wait a minute. Come back up here right now.
Okay.
Don't you tell me I'm condoning anything. I just told you what I observed. You made an effort to stop him from leaving. I appreciate that. But in the thick of it, when your boyfriend is fighting with deputies, people might get pushed out of the way.
Woodford's girlfriend faced no additional charges.
She tearfully leaves the courtroom moments later.
In contrast, Woodford faced an additional charge of second-degree escape on top of his 5-year sentence. While no one was injured during Rayton Woodford's escape attempt, what happens when an officer takes a nosedive to catch a convict? Like in the case of Nicholas Garrison, who was just sentenced for drug possession in Greenfield, Ohio. The 34-year-old was being prepped.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you could access up to
to be taken to prison, when suddenly let's back up. 2 deputies were restraining Garrison to be taken to jail. However, as one of them turned away for a split second, Garrison bolted. He burst out of the courtroom and made for the stairs as a deputy took a giant leap to catch him. But Garrison managed to slip away and escape. He evaded police for a while before finally being captured at a motel 4 days later. He was later handed a 6-year prison sentence for his efforts. As for the daring deputy, he suffered 4 broken ribs and a concussion. While Nicholas Garrison's actions resulted in a deputy's hospitalization, what happens when an escaped convict causes a serious car crash? Like in the case of Cyrus Matthews, who was facing misdemeanor charges in Wadsworth Municipal Court in Ohio. The 19-year-old was just sentenced to 60 days in jail for a road rage case.
I'm sorry for, acting immature on the road. I understand that, being on the road, you could have other people's lives in your hand. And, I should have thought about that. Is there, any way that we can reverse this jail time?
Well, you're going to go to jail today. If you need to get out there, then you carry and consider furloughs. Okay, right now you're going to go to jail today.
However, what Matthews did next left everyone stunned.
You have to go anyway.
After learning his fate, Matthews straight up just walked out of the courtroom. The judge threatened him with felony charges, but Matthews had other ideas.
Now I'm charged with escape, felony escape if he doesn't get back in this court.
The The defendant had a moment of hesitation as the court bailiff tried to reason with him. However, as Matthews' girlfriend followed him out, the two ran over to the parking lot, got into their car, and escaped. Police sprung into action and a high-speed chase ensued.
He was sentenced to jail and took off. I saw him turn north onto Lyman from Maple. He was in an older gray four-door vehicle.
28, he's not. He's running red lights at Hartman. Passing on the right at Williams Reserve. His speed's 90, trying to catch up. I think we're going to have a code 2. We're going to have a code 2 at Akron. 76.
When police finally caught up with the suspect, they found a horrific scene.
The crash mangled two vehicles, leaving parts scattered across Akron Road near I-76 and knocking down a gas station sign. An innocent mother, father, and their baby in an SUV suffered minor injuries.
Matthews had crashed his car into another SUV, which had a couple and a toddler inside. Thankfully, they were not seriously injured.
Where's he at? All right, we're going to have multiple vehicles, airbag deployment. Ma'am, are you okay? Okay.
He's okay. All right, we got squads coming.
Ashley, help them get out. Help them get out. He's up here.
As the gravity of his actions dawned on him, Matthews broke down.
Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out.
I'm going to need multiple squads.
I need help, sir.
Okay. Okay. Sit tight. What was going on? Why were you taking off?
Because you're trying to lock me up for 90 days and I have a whole life.
So what happened?
I tried to run my...
Why?
Matthews was further charged with aggravated felonious assault and sentenced to 400.
Because they try to lock me up for 90 days and I got a life. That nigga's crazy. He took flight for 90 days. That's what he just said. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow, gang. Stay out of jail, you heard? If you want to do crime and you need a place to stick up, hit me up. But you got to know how to do it. Facts. On the lockout.